What is going on, guys? It's Eric, and I wanted to talk to you today about stage 5 opportunities. So, on the tribal leadership culture map, they're stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to go review all of them. You can watch other videos to look into that, but essentially, it's stage 2. You experience life as that your life sucks. Structurally, you are somewhat disconnected from other people. It's stage 3. I'm great. What's left unsaid is, and you're not. I have the stats to prove it. And it's all about personal domination. Stage 3 is symbiotic to stage 2. Stage 4, where you want to stabilize yourself and your environments, is where you start experiencing yourself as we're great, where partnership actually starts to show up. And that's about 25% of working organizations, working tribes. And then stage 5 is life is great. It's almost this magical experience. People are connected around, a shared intention or noble cause. And so when these opportunities, so I call them stage 5 opportunities, when they come, they are only recognized by those who are stabilized at stage 4. So, for instance, if you have some opportunity to make a difference somehow, or I'll even give you a better example. If you've ever shared with someone an opportunity to be able to do something beyond themselves, bigger than themselves, that was really an awesome opportunity. And actually for them, it would have taken their shit to the next level. Well, if they're operating from I'm great, you're not, or my life sucks, they often won't be able to hear that and even see the opportunity. They'll have some excuse. Some justification, and it can actually sometimes feel frustrating. So if you want people in your life to be able to see the opportunities you have to share with them that are these stage 4, stage 5 opportunities, you want to get them into working tribes where they can move into stage 4. So you want to be building, what we call triadic relationships, where you're connecting people through resonant values and actually getting them into new groups, into new environments where they can see things possible they didn't see before. Generally, you go from stage 2 to stage 4. People who are at stage 3 don't typically have a need or a reason or an incentive. If their life is working, they often will resist the more group activities, if you will. So, if you say, they're very transactional in nature. I do a lot of videos on transactional relationships, and they'll say, well, what's the purpose of me getting connected to this person? What can they do for me? Or what do they want? I don't have time for this. So there'll usually be something there that has them not want to connect with people from that place. And those will also be people, when they see something bigger than themselves, the first thing they're going to think is, oh, how is this going to benefit me? How can this forward me? And if there isn't a direct correlation that's linear, they're not going to see the opportunity. So you see this in 2 places where people resist stage 5 opportunities because they don't see it, they don't hear it. The first is where you're at stage 3, I'm great, you're not, and they just go, well, what's in it for me? I don't see anything direct benefit for me. I don't have time for this, or I can do better than this. I don't need these people. But then there's also, say, at stage 2, where they'll look at a project and they're just not going to get it, And you can even see little things like, look at someone who's homeless on the street, right? Typically, they're usually stage 1, some stage 2, but often stage 1, and you say, hey, there's an opportunity to have this awesome job or this really cool thing, and they might say, well, I don't see the opportunity. Or, you say, hey, here's some, another example is you say someone who, let's say they're a stage 3 motherfucker in business, and you say, hey, here's an opportunity to transform your culture. And they'll say, well, they might not see the direct benefit, but hey, if you can make me some widget, then that'll be good. So they'll see what's directly in front of them, but they're not going to see the fact that, if they, for instance, got triads or knew how to operate from, capitalized self, that their profits would go up 3 to 5 times. They are not going to see that direct benefit. So they will just not be interested. It won't make a difference for them in their mind. Where you can see it too, where if, say, from stage 4 to stage 2, where you can get really frustrating, is if you are trying to give someone resources that will really add a lot of value to them, and they're not going to see it. You know, hey, come be part of this project. Hey, here's this opportunity for blah, blah, blah. And they'll be like, well, I don't have time, or I can't do that, or this sounds stupid. And they'll wonder why they're still in their position. Right? So they're playing a game that actually has produced the result they have. You know, it's often a rat race. So, you know, you look at the person who is always going from one failure to another failure, and they're always in this hustle, always in this rat race mode, working with shitty people. And then you say, hey, here's this really cool opportunity to work with these great people. And, you know they would actually have what they want. And they might say, oh, well, I don't know. I'm so busy with stuff right now. I got to make this work first. Or I got to get all my ducks in a row. So there's always, it's very easy to see with other people that there are certain opportunities you can offer them that would have them get what they want. And then when they reject it, you can see this is actually why they have the life that they have. What's harder to see is our own blind spots, our own places that we resist things. So, if someone is sharing with you an idea or a project and they really, they know you. I mean, they're not just some random stranger that's just going to market something to you, but they really want to, that they have your best intention at heart and that they really get you and they would have a really good idea of what would be beneficial for you. And say, you have a reaction. And so just to notice that reaction and say, okay, let's see what's coming up for me here. Because sometimes, you might push away something that could really take you to the next level. Anyway, so if you want to be someone who starts seeing stage 5 opportunities kind of come to you, you don't really have to search for it. That's the beautiful thing. It's kind of the way the universe works is, if you are stabilized at stage 4, you're stabilized at stable partnership, there will be these places to really make huge differences in the world that, serve some kind of noble cause or grand intention. And they will come to you. There's just something about your energy that people will come to you and share with you those kinds of things. So, there's if you want stage 5 to be pulled towards you, stabilize yourself with stage 4, and universe has a way of working itself out. All right, guys. Hope you guys have an awesome night. I just installed a iPad into my sauna, so I'm gonna hit that up for a little bit, bathe in the sauna for maybe another 30-45 minutes. But this was something that came up yesterday. Someone had a question me about they were getting very frustrated why this person couldn't see blah, blah, blah. They were like, well, I'm standing for this person to blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, look, they're operating at stage 2. Get them into a new environment, then they'll be able to hear you. Then you'll be able to make a difference with them at a higher level of effectiveness. All right, guys, peace out.